And we're back for more titties.
More Monster Musume.
Okay, Walker, get on with it.
Eventually. Someday.
What the hell was I doing? There we go. So first things first, I need to turn in these heart squids. And I am trying to talk to this construction worker of the ammo barons, and I guess they aren't feeling terribly chatty.
Or can't talk.
Evidently, they have nothing to say. So let's show this. This chick is extreme, let me tell you. I had a pretty good laugh at it the first time I saw that.
So the question is, like, what is she even giving you?
I don't know.
I was gonna say it's some kind of goop, because presumably that's all that's left.
Yeah, some fine heart squid paste, I guess.
Salve.
Salve, yeah, there you go.
Ointment. I feel like there's probably more than a few relic hunters around.
Probably.
Waka waka waka.
Enough with the bird puns, Jesus Christ. That is not going to be the worst of it that we see this episode.
Only 100 monies.
Monies. I love it. So, yes, Sky rewards you for bringing her library card back to her. Just something to keep in mind. There's a reason the game tells you not to forget to return it. Mimic going to bat for Shantae. Yay, we're no longer under arrest. We might be grounded, though.
Where is Mimic's nose?
It's in the same place Krillin's nose is.
Krillin's nose has actually been shown, though.
Shut up.
Mimic's face is just, like, scrunched in.
He's got a very bushy mustache.
And apparently his nose is, like, a little bit too close to his mouth and his eyes.
Yes. And just to demonstrate, the librarian has nothing else to say ever. So while the game is nice enough to teleport us here, we have to run all the way back, which is fine because there's shit we gotta do over here anyway.
Because why not?
Well, remember, here's this dude.
Why does he only have one eye?
Why does the ammo baron only have one eye?
I asked that before, and, well, there was no question. There was no real answer to that question.
Because he's a Cyclops.
Like, why is there even, like, a Cyclops? Cyclopsi? Cyclopsis?
Is that a euphemism?
That specific sword.
So I hear.
Why is there... Why is there even a bus that goes to Castle Boneface?
I really don't know. So anyway, remember the travel brochure that fell down in the sewers? Well, now that we have Risky's gun, we can actually get to it.
And no small number of flesh pops.
Indeed.
Gross. Like the meat chunklets.
I maintain that I would eat food called meat chunklet.
I would if I knew what it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as it's not mystery meat chunklet.
I'd still be pretty uncomfortable eating something with that name, though. It's like, why not just call it, like, beef chunklet?
I kind of looked away from the screen for a second there.
Beef chunklet, chicken chunklet, turkey chunklet. Although I guess technically those are called muttons.
Yeah, I guess.
At least, well, if they're on bones, they're called muttons, I guess. Or drumsticks.
Yeah. I could go for a drumstick right now.
Well, we could always stop recording and go to Dana's.
So this guy has managed to sell one of his traveling brochures.
Perhaps that's all he had.
Oh, Squid Baron, I love you. This just gets better as it goes.
So, like, the rest of the game?
Yes.
You can leave. Yeah, that was about my thought.
Squid Baron is not pleased.
Just be like, why did you give me this? Aren't you supposed to squirt ink, not oil? Pretty sure there's a notable distinction between these two fluids.
Yeah, well. It might show, but I'm a little bit rusty here.
One of these things is lubricating, the other probably not so much.
I could... My gameplay here could probably use some of that squid oil to de-rust it.
I'm gonna guess that ink is not very good at the whole lubrication thing.
Generally, no. I don't know what the hell squid ink actually is, so...
Well, it's called ink, so I assume it's not really good for lubrication.
Probably not. Now, you might think we can get that... Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. That heart squid...
And why you would think that, I don't know.
Well, we get the item that you think would allow you to get that squid in this episode or the next episode. I think it's the next episode, but it's not quite that simple.
More cornfields than Nebraska.
Yeah, really.
Except this is giant corn. Or whatever it's supposed to be.
Pumpkins.
More pumpkins than Halloween.
It's like, welcome to Corneria.
Isn't it Ammo Town now?
Yeah. A jungle gym, right.
Well, scaffolding.
There you go. Yes. The name is officially Ammo Town.
Scaffolding is kind of like a jungle gym.
Kinda, sorta.
Load-bearing and dangerous if you fall off it. Or if it breaks.
Who would do such a thing? Well... About that, you know what? Never mind. We'll talk about this never.
Who would do such a thing? Risky standing outside, like, picking at her ear.
A quick heal here. I think I do a little bit of shopping before we leave.
You do have the monies.
I forget exactly what I buy though, and I just recorded this yesterday, so that should go to show you how good my memory is.
I don't remember what I had for dinner yet. Well, I was gonna say I remember what I had for dinner yesterday is because I didn't have dinner yesterday.
You should not do that. It's not good for you.
Well, I had Hoo Hot for lunch, so I was pretty content for pretty much all day.
You went to Hoo Hot?
Yeah, my mom came to visit.
Oh.
She got a new car, which is way nicer than her old one.
What is it?
I don't know, it's some kind of like boxy van thing. It would be great for a road trip, let me tell you. Space for everybody, and then some.
So I bought a damage upgrade and something else. Pistol damage upgrade, I think. Yeah. So now the pistol does 2 damage instead of 1.
Sure, I'm ready to shove off.
Euphemism.
Still better than Saliva Island.
Yeah.
Before or after we go in there?
Because, you know, if I find it, I don't want to have to run all the way back here, and... plot is happening.
Including how to treasonously backstab somebody.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's dead.
Risky is being surprisingly forthright.
Who knows what would happen to the ship just sitting there.
Now, this area has probably the best goddamn music in the game. But it absolutely sucks.
I don't really like the music. I mean, it's Jake Kaufman, but still.
Well, as I was saying, the area absolutely sucks to play through. For the most part.
What with the endlessly spawning zombies?
Yeah, it's a nightmare. This wagon looks familiar. Also, like it's seen better days.
It's really less of a wagon and more of a house now.
A mobile home.
Well, it doesn't have wheels, so...
Yeah, well... fucking ghosts. Bastards. I can never get through this area without eating shit constantly.
Invincible spiky spider things.
Yes.
Spider thwomps. Swamps.
I guess they are kind of thwomps.
For all intents and purposes. Speaking of a couple of questions came in that I can't actually read from here. I only remember what one of them was, and that was, which of you is the biggest nerd? And I'm going to have to say me.
Probably so, yeah.
Definitely me.
So I spend a minute trying to remember how to get to that heart squid, but it's fruitless because you need an item you get way later in the game.
So we'll be back later in the game, but you probably won't see it.
May or may not. So here's a thing.
Why would a spider want to eat a zombie?
I don't know.
Why does the spider just leave when it's yelled at?
Fair question.
I think that would be all it took for me to just walk away and be like, bye.
Well, Shantae's having none of that shit anyway, so...
She doesn't look like she's rotting. I literally see no part on here that is rotting. This game is only rated E for everybody.
Uh-huh. So... here we go.
Alex, get that fast forward ready.
So this section is, oddly enough, pretty fun to play, but I imagine it's going to get old to watch. You have 0 hit points. If you take damage, you start the screen over again. Fortunately, you don't have to restart the whole thing, but it puts you at the beginning of the last loading zone that you entered.
Why Shantae now only has 1 HP? Who knows? Question for the ages.
I thought this whole thing was absolutely hilarious the first time I saw it. And I maintain that it's absolutely hilarious. Could perhaps have done with less of the instant death thing, but...
it could have stood to be like 20 screens shorter.
that too. It does drag on, and you can see this video runs a bit longer than typical, for that reason.
Maybe. Depends on how liberal I am with my editing. But so far, I'm not seeing much reason to do so yet.
Yes, mainly just this section drags on, and I make some dumb mistakes here in the next couple of minutes that
Remember those castles in Super Mario World that everybody liked?
yeah.
Welcome back to those.
So, it looks like there's enough space to stand between those spikes, but there isn't.
It really does look like it. Okay, but here's the question. Why is this shit just on an island?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing logical inertia here.
There is none.
Such is the way of things in cartoony video games.
Yep. That was fucking close. And then
Waka
that
waka
happened.
waka.
There's only one screen I really have a lot of trouble with. So, this is... most of this video's length is actually just how long this freaking stage is.
Which should give you an idea of how unnecessarily long it is.
That is my one complaint. It just drags on forever. Another close call.
And assume that I haven't, like, fast-forwarded this. Good job on making it through this with us.
You deserve a medal, or at least a no prize.
A trophy. A pizza trophy.
Yes. So it's really hard to tell which of these tombstones is going to get up and come at you, which becomes a problem about right here.
I remember when I did this part, I just kind of, once the first tombstone moves, it's like, well, I'm just going to get close enough to see if it moves, and then we'll go from there.
For some reason, I decided it was a better idea to jump over as many as I could, and another close call. Shit. I don't know, it could have gone better. It could have gone much worse. Could have gone better.
It could have gone.
It could not be 10 minutes long.
Matt Bozon, if for some reason you're actually watching this, what the hell? Why this?
So there is a way you can cheese these robots, as I will demonstrate momentarily.
By just getting out of their way?
Yes. Like, in some sections it looks like you just have to outrun them, but in almost every situation you can just let them run past you and then take your time.
Why are there kissing robots in the middle of nowhere?
Man, I have no fucking idea. That's ridiculous.
Why do the robots even... stone robots even have lips to kiss with? I'm going to assume it's made of, like, silicone or something.
Yeah.
Some soft, malleable stone. Not clay. Clay not so soft.
No.
Not putty either, because that won't hold its shape.
I don't know what I was thinking there. I was expecting that he would, go over me, and then for some reason Shantae didn't drop down like I thought she was going to, and...
I'm guessing you were thinking you probably wanted a boot to the head.
Yeah. Now, this is where it starts to suck.
Weird things spitting... something. Bitey sperm. Man, can this be over?
I wish. It's really starting to get on my nerves. I would have been really proud of myself if I'd managed to get through this without dying.
Well, I mean, trial and error.
Yeah. Or just really fucking quick reflexes.
Most likely going to be trial and error for the average person. What does that thing do if the hand grabs its tongue?
I don't know. So, I screwed up here. I should have let the robots get ahead of me. And now I gotta do all that again. Ouch. Why didn't that work? So, next time on Radical Bromance, we'll finish this nightmare.
Less of this.